Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Shaquira Speaks. Well, we begin tonight with a death investigation that is underway at Lake Martin. But on this Easter Sunday, there's some hope for an economic resurrection. As the November 3rd general election approaches, Georgia continues to break records in absentee by mail voting and early in-person voting. News 3 is taking you inside the fight against COVID-19. Now, more than 5,000 people work for Columbus's two largest hospital systems. Voting in Columbus got a little easier on Friday. The Trade Center downtown is now open for advanced voting. $5,000 worth of Publix gift cards were given out this afternoon by an anonymous donor in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The U.S. Armed Forces placed the civil rights icon onto a horse-drawn carriage this morning at Brown Chapel African Methodist Episcopal Church and prevent deterioration. They say you should keep the car running for just a few minutes just to recharge the battery, then you can turn it off. In Governor Kemp's first order, he waived the road test for teenagers, but with his new order, they will have to back in to a road test. Yes, the candidates were fairly easy to find. On both sides of the door to the polling site sit Mayor Barry Moody, and on the other side, his challenger, Kenneth Vine. Phil, the GBI first opened this case on June 4th of this year. It stems all the way back from October 2019 when the victim first made the complaint against the Columbus Police Department. Hilton says another thing that you can do is take your excess coins. This is my little coin jar right here. Now, after that warning, Teresa, that $50 fine is going to be issued. Teresa, imagine hearing the words, "Come on down, you're on The Price is Right." Columbus Inspection and Codes have put up these signs to let the community know which buildings are next on the list for demolition. Phil, the family says amid all of the protests going on across the nation and the world, now is the time to bring the awareness to the 2013 officer-involved shooting in Eufaula. Phil, it is hot outside. Our First Alert weather team has been telling us last week and this week about some sort of heat dome, and I really want you to know I can feel it. Greg, the Areola family says the last 3.5 years of their lives have been nothing short of frustrating and terrible. Even with this update in Hector's case, it only takes a small part of the pain away. We do want to warn you, the video we're about to show you is graphic. January 9th, 2017, 5 a.m. Columbus police respond to a call in the 700 block of Moss Drive about a man needing help. That man, Hector Areola. News 3 obtained a copy of this police body cam video from an attorney representing Areola's family.
Well, you said your life's being threatened?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in danger right now.
The video shows Areola in custody, face down, handcuffed. 3 Columbus police officers now on scene. A hospital drug test would later reveal Areola was under the influence of methamphetamine when arrested. Witnesses say Areola struggled with officers.
Whoa, please, stop, I'm not doing nothing. Kill me.
December 7, 2016. Sharon Johnson will never forget the day she lost her son.
That was the darkest day of my life. Was losing Jody.
Jody Smith and Nick Smar were responding to a call. Police say the suspect ran after both officers made contact with him. Then the suspect turned around and shot Officer Smith first, then Smar.
And then he ran back to Jody, and that's when he took Jody over, initiated CPR, but with chest compressions, and he was begging Jody to hang on, man, I got you. And shortly after that, he collapsed on top of Jody, and he died.
Paramedics were able to resuscitate Jody and get him to a hospital in Macon, Georgia, but bad news still awaited.
And the next day we were told Jody was brain dead.
That's what led to the final decision to donate Jody's organs.
And of course, without hesitation, we said yes.
Jody was able to donate his heart, lungs, and both kidneys. One of those kidneys went to Brandon Simpson.
There was a nephrologist telling me that your kidneys are not functioning and you're going to have to go on dialysis.
Brandon was on dialysis for 8 years before finally getting on the transplant list in 2014. but was unable to find a match.
I got back on the list. I got approved September of 2016.
After that, Brandon says God moved fast.
I got my call December the 10th.
Brandon says he thought twice about answering the phone call.
I was about to ignore the call because I'm like, hey, it's Sunday. This is a bill collector, telemarketer, somebody. I was about to ignore it.
On the other end, a nurse told Brandon they possibly found a match.
So he was like, you ready for your life change? And I said, I am. It's time to do this.
Brandon says he was prepped when he got to Piedmont Atlanta Hospital. After that, everything was a blur.
That's all I remember. That was it. When I woke up again, I was in recovery. Hey, Facebook. I made it through.
He says he received a letter after getting the kidney.
So I opened it, and I started reading it, and I just dropped the letter.